Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Shelby Brown, and I am more than happy this morning to welcome you to our Scholarship Recognition Program in observance of Black History Month through Chesterfield County, Virginia. My name again is Shelby Brown. I'm a reporter with CBS 6 News and for years have covered Chesterfield County, and someone once told me I needed to move here to the county, so I did. About 7 years ago. Happy to be here and honored to be a part of this wonderful program this morning. Excited to share that Chesterfield County is proud to be known as the first local government in the region to have such an expansive track record of annual Black History Month celebrations, and with the support and partnerships with like Virginia State University and many others, the county has been able to showcase this celebration for 32 years, which is outstanding. Absolutely. This year's national theme is the Black family, representation, identity, and diversity. Chesterfield County, again, has an acclaimed Black History Month celebration, and it is a program that began with a vision to create events that would appeal to all ages, all races, all cultures here in the Richmond metropolitan area, You may know that over the years, more than 110,000 people have attended our Black History Month events, including the Business Breakfast, which have featured special guests such as New Millennium Studios owner Daphne Maxwell Reid, former governors Tim Kaine, and L. Douglas Wilder. Since 1998, more than 140 scholarships have been awarded to deserving high school seniors attending Virginia colleges and universities. And we have definitely made an impact on those area students, and that is to be celebrated as well. We want to welcome again everyone here in person and online joining us today for this very special celebration. And at this time, it is my honor to introduce to you Dr. Joseph P. Casey, our county administrator in Chesterfield County. He will bring us greetings on behalf of the county.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for bringing the energy at 8 in the morning. So again, I have the honor of just really saying a lot of thanks to a lot of different people that this would not have occurred if not for them to be able to pivot to a virtual setting. And so again, this is the really first virtual Black History Month that we have done and the first scholarship program that we have done. It was about a year or so ago today that the era of the pandemic was slightly upon us as we were at Virginia State University at a breakfast type ceremony. And again, we just had the whole world and future in front of us. We shook hands with 6 or so scholarship recipients. And this year we bumped elbows in a setting prior and previous in a spatial and safe manner. But again, the scholarships are just as intentional. Their lives and future are just as intentional. So I just have a couple of thank yous to give out to everybody. First and foremost is the Black History Committee, co-chaired by Kim Conley. She's our leader on the diversity and inclusion type programs we have, and a leader for many, many years in Chesterfield County, and a leader on this topic, quite frankly. Also, Jordanis James from Virginia State University. Sorry, Jordanis, she's right there in front of me. But anyhow, those two together have actually figured out how to create something virtual. And I'll express personally, I had my doubts that a virtual Black History Month could work, but the talent that you have gotten, nationwide talent, to come virtually to Chesterfield County. I myself participated in 2 events, 2 book authors, nationally acclaimed book authors. One was Stamped. Actually, it was a double. It was an adult book, and then it was rewritten as a child's book. And then the second one was Southampton, the Nat Turner Rebellion. Again, nationally acclaimed authors, and even my mother, New Jersey, was able to participate in Black History Month in Chesterfield County, Virginia. And she is, and I'll give a shout out to her real quickly, she was actually part of the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963, so all of this is so, so special to her. But now back to my thank yous. It could not be done with so many different partners that we have had over the years, and first and foremost of how they committed to this particular year. Columbia Gas, Dominion Energy, Virginia Credit Union. Chesterfield County type agencies, public libraries, parks and recreation. Our public school system is amazing, and Dr. Doherty is in the audience today. And again, thank you, sir, for you and your staff's and commitments to this. The other part of all of this is that the theme was Black family, representation, identity, and diversity. The scholarships, again, to just do this, many places may do Black History Month events, but again, the education behind it all is so important, and the scholarships and the intention of those students that we saw on the stage about 3 weeks ago, who you will see in a video shortly, hopefully, replicate what we did. But each of our 5 magisterial high schools had a scholarship award recipient, as well as one of our regional governor schools. You'll have the opportunity to hear a keynote speaker, Dr. Janice Underwood. She's the Chief Officer of Virginia's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Office, the first of its kind in the nation and the Commonwealth of Virginia. And again, last but not least, you'll see the scholarship recipients. So again, thank you. Thank you for bringing the energy to start it off, and let's keep the energy going.
Dr. Casey, thank you so much for those remarks. Now at this time, we want to stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll be happy to lead us in that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. At this time, a special guest, we will have a video of a special guest, a 5th grader at Grange Hall Elementary School, Miss Lucy Hanson, our local celebrity, will bring us our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Amen. Let's give her some more love, y'all. Let's give her some more love. That was awesome. Remember that name, Lucy Hanson, 5th grader at Grange Hall Elementary School. We thank you so much for that wonderful performance of our national anthem. At this time, it's my honor to introduce to you Pastor Jason Elmore, lead pastor of Asbury Memorial United Methodist Church, who'll bring us our invocation. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Will you pray with me?
Greetings, everybody.
Holy God, creator of all, you have given your sons and daughters the ability to acquire wisdom, and Lord, you rejoice when they gain true knowledge and wisdom. I ask that we might know the blessing of your presence here this morning as we honor these young scholars and leaders of the future. I thank you for the work of Virginia State University in Chesterfield County and for the generosity of those who made these scholarships possible. Thank you for the leadership and intelligence and creativity that we see in each of these young men and women. We give you thanks, Lord, for their teachers and mentors and leaders who nurtured their minds and shaped their character. Thank you to their friends and family who have supported and encouraged them throughout their journey. Almighty God, you have helped them become who they are. Now help them to grow into the men and women that they can become. Be with them and strengthen them for whatever the future holds. Lead them in the paths that are best for them, and help them to fully develop the gifts of mind, body, and spirit that you have given each of them. And use them, Lord, to make the world a better place for everyone, guiding them in the way of truth and life. And for the sake of your holy name, the name above all names, we pray today. And all of God's people say, amen. Amen.
Thank you very much, Pastor Elmore, for that invocation. And normally during this time, we would be headed over to the buffet to get us some breakfast for our breakfast, right? But of course, as Dr. Casey said, we've had to pivot a little and shift, and that's okay. Just grateful to be able to celebrate this very important occasion today and give out those important scholarships in this wonderful program today. So we'll just speed past that. My waistline will be thankful anyway, right? At this time, it's my honor to introduce Marche Angel Dabney. She's a Virginia State University senior, a psychology major, and she will share a Black History Month spoken word tribute.
Greetings, everybody. My name is Marche Dabney. I attend the Virginia State University. I am a senior psychology major from Richmond, Virginia, and I am here to wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful Black History Month. I'll be performing an original piece entitled The Black Woman's Song. I hope you all enjoy. Have you heard the song of the Black woman? With currents like a treble clef, high notes, falsettos, and graceful rhythms. The song of the Black woman is a threatening sound heard by every point in the world. The song of the Black woman triggers war flashbacks and words that sting like stray bullets. Generational curses ride on our mahogany chest while our bodies and gold skin withstand changes like decrescendos. Have you heard the song of the Black woman? That they screech into your ears like banshees or kiss your earlobes like the earth's breeze. Black women are still teaching the world the lyrics to our song until it's sung from the highest of maple trees. Do you know the Black woman's song? Many people do not. Listen closely and you'll hear cries from the battles we fought. I am a Black woman, and the song inside of me is tired, worn out, yet strong. It mocks the crashing of waves against pink sand, but also the sound of rustled shackles and childhood screams. My mother's song cradled me like a lullaby, while my grandmother's song protected me like old hymns sang by our ancestors. The song of the Black woman is strong, but the song of the Black woman is fatigued from being an accompaniment from a world with nothing in return. The song of the Black woman is synchronized pain and suffering heard all the way from the motherland. In this song, nobody hears the sorrowful lyrics. They only hear the consonants made by Guinness violins and harps played by copper fingernails and ruptured fingers. Have you heard the song of the Black woman? For plantations and for broken families, for bloody leaves and budding magnolias, the song of the Black woman is a kiss from Mother Nature, a cry from earth, a closing casket, and the scraping of blood off of concrete. The song of the Black woman is for weak wounds and the ears of Oshun. The song of the Black woman is for heavy rains of Motajaji, weak river dams, the drinking gourd, and the mystery of the fullest moon. Thank you so much.
Strong, proud, and inspiring. It's so wonderful and refreshing to see young people step out there and utilize their talents, their God-given talents. So thank you so much, Marche, for that wonderful presentation. At this time, it's my honor to introduce to you Dr. Makola Abdullah, President of Virginia State University. He will bring greetings on behalf of the university, followed by Virginia State University's Gospel Chorale, rendering a musical selection for a Black History tribute. And as you come up, I'm sure you're very proud to see your student right there giving that presentation. So welcome this morning.
Thank you very much, and good morning. First, I'd like to really acknowledge our partners from Chesterfield County, our county administrator, of course, Dr. Joe Casey, and Kim Conley for the wonderful work that they do. Of course, Dr. Doughty from the school district, and then our two supervisors who are here today, James Holland and, of course, Matoaca District Supervisor Kevin Carroll, for all of their support of Virginia State University. I'd also like to acknowledge our VSU faculty and staff and students who participated in the Black History Month program. Of course, Ms. Marche Dabney, who you just heard, and the VSU Gospel Chorale, who you'll hear next, but also Dr. Spencer and Mango from Virginia State University, and Ms. Adonis James, who's really been invaluable in making sure that Virginia State could participate successfully. And I know I'm missing so many other names, but I'd just like to thank everyone who brought this partnership together so that we could do this well. In many ways, it is symbolic. Of course, it is because of the weather, but in some ways, it is symbolic that we are celebrating Black History Month in March. I think it's very important that we all, as we embrace Black History Month, that we let it bleed into the other months and make sure that everyone in the nation, and of course everyone in Chesterfield County, understands the outstanding contributions of African Americans. And so we're very happy to partner with Chesterfield County and to be here today. And most importantly, of course, to honor our students. The students here in Chesterfield County who are using these scholarships to help chase their dreams of higher education. And so we're proud as Virginia State University to be a part of this Black History Month ceremony, and we look forward to watching our students get honored with their scholarships today. Thank you very much.
That's one of my favorite songs. I was over in my seat just getting my praise on. All right, thank you so much for that wonderful rendition. That was the Virginia State University Gospel Chorale. Once again, some more love for them. At this time, it is my honor to bring to the podium the Honorable James Holland, Chair of the Chesterfield County Board of Supervisors. He will this morning for us present the keynote speaker, Dr. Janice Underwood. Come on up, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. Thank you so very much. We appreciate your being here today with us. It's always an honor for you to be in Chesterfield County. And now that you moved to Chesterfield County, it's even more exciting. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am James M. Jim Holland, Chair of the Chesterfield County Board of Supervisors. To our Chesterfield residents, of course, Dr. Abdullah, Virginia State University faculty, staff, and students, thank you for joining us virtually for our Black History Month Scholarship Program. This morning, I'm pleased to be joined with our fellow supervisor, Mr. Kevin Carroll, Matoaca District, and certainly Dr. Joseph P. Casey, the County Administrator, and of course, Dr. Dottie. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you. Today, we are ending our Black History Month celebration by recognizing several outstanding students with scholarships. We know that these future leaders will make Chesterfield County proud. Congratulations and best wishes to all scholarship recipients as you start your future journey. One of the best investments we can make is in education. On behalf of the entire Board of Supervisors, we want to thank Virginia State University for serving as host partner for our Black History Month activities. In addition, we also want to thank our community partners and the many businesses that support this year's Black History Month events. We also want to thank the committee members who plan everything. Thank you so very much, Ms. Shipley, Ms. Conley, and the committee members for an outstanding job. I truly enjoy the events. Certainly join me in giving them an applause right now for a job well done. Thank you so much. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for this special occasion, Dr. Janice Underwood. Dr. Underwood was appointed by Governor Northam as Virginia's first cabinet-level Chief Diversity Officer, CDO. This position is also the first of its kind in the nation. That deserves an applause. As Chief Diversity Officer, Dr. Underwood addresses racial, ethnic, disability, gender-based, and other cultural inequities in informal and formal policies throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. She works tirelessly in building a statewide strategic plan called One Virginia, which is the first ever strategic plan for inclusive excellence across more than 100 state agencies and other public and private entities. In recognition of the strides Dr. Underwood is already making and the impact she's having across the Commonwealth, the Virginia Museum of History and Culture recently named Dr. Janice Underwood as one of its 20 Women of Change. Prior to her appointment as Virginia's Chief Diversity Officer, Dr. Underwood served as Old Dominion University's Director of Diversity Initiatives and as the chair of the President's Task Force on Inclusive Excellence. She also served as Old Dominion's Executive Director and co-principal investigator for the Teacher in Residence Master's Program. Prior to joining Old Dominion, Dr. Underwood served for a number of years as a national board-certified teacher for students with exceptionalities and authored several publications. She also served 2 terms on the Virginia Advisory Board for Teacher Education and Licensure. She is a recognized expert in the cultural context of public education, change management, diversity leadership, and professional development. In addition to preparing professionals among many fields to meet the demands of working in diverse environments, she has helped many address difficult truths, such as including the school to prison pipeline, a lack of diversity in the workplace, and systemic racism, institutional bias. Dr. Underwood earned bachelor's and master's degrees in psychology and behavior and learning disorders, respectively, and earned her PhD in curriculum and instruction from Old Dominion University. She is happily married to Minister Johnny Underwood, and together they are the proud parents of 2 daughters, Jayla and Jordan. Dr. Underwood, we welcome you to our Black History Month program. Thank you so very much for sharing with us today. We are honored. Dr. Underwood.
Thank you so much. I certainly wish I could be there with you this morning. To all the Chesterfield County officials, President Abdullah, all the Chesterfield residents, the planning committee, honored guests, scholarship recipients, and friends, great morning. Can I just also say a special thank you to Miss Lucy Hanson for sharing her incredible gift with us. I can only wish I can sing like that. Thank you to the planning committee for the invitation. And Mr. Holland, thank you for that kind introduction. Well, family, happy Black History. Not month, happy Black History. As we know, the 2021 National Black History Month theme is the Black family, representation, identity, and diversity. But I just want to speak for a few moments, I won't hold you long, to suggest to many of you, and also link elbows with many of you with this idea that we don't need to celebrate Black history only from February 1 to February 28 and or 29 on a leap year, but just happy Black history. This program has been incredible, so thank you to the planning committee and for showcasing this historical event that has been happening for so many years and really prioritizing and celebrating our youth. So thank you for that. I am so inspired by all the speakers and all the transformative work that's happening in Chesterfield County and on the campus of Virginia State University. I'm also pleased to be with you. As was mentioned, the governor announced me in 2019 as the Commonwealth and the nation's first chief diversity officer to talk to you a little bit about my role and make sure that we tell the world about the good work that's happening in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And quite candidly, that is where we are leading the way in racial reconciliation and healing, and also how to build an organizational effectiveness. I want to start by asking, do you know who Lewis Latimer is? Anybody in the room? Everyone listening over the video conference. Who is Lewis Latimer? As it's been said all month, Black history is American history. It's Virginia history. And as proud Virginians, we must celebrate and commemorate the ways that Black Virginians have advanced our state and our country, our world, inventions, technology, the way that we have deepened faith communities, improved education, and really championed justice in the past 401 years. But any other day other than February 1 through February 28, we don't hear about people like Lewis Latimer. I want to tell you, as it was mentioned, I'm a former high school biology teacher, and what I know for sure is we must broaden what we teach in our schools. We must take what we know from our culture and share it with our children, because our schools haven't always done a great job in expanding the narrative of where we are and where we've come from and the contributions that Black Virginians have made. Well, that's changing in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Governor Northam created the first African American History Commission to really look at and interrogate our standards of learning and make sure that the stories and the narratives and the contributions of African Americans are embedded in what children learn and what teachers teach. that has been expanded with the culturally relevant Pedagogy Advisory Board, where we're thinking about all marginalized histories, which include the indigenous history of Virginia, and stories of those who, other stories such as the Jewish community's narratives. So we are changing and broadening what we learn here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Glenn Oder once shared that since the first enslaved Africans landed in Virginia in 1619, stories of their incredible descendants have frequently been ignored and silenced. But he is very known to say that, and he is the executive director over at Fort Monroe, as many of you know, in Hampton, Virginia, which is the place with the first 20 and odd slaves landed in Virginia 401 years ago. And their contributions through the last 401 years and across many generations matter. They matter. We are there. We are living their wildest dreams. We are their descendants. So I'm very laser focused on indigenous contributions that are overlooked and marginalized. So for that reason, last February, we launched our first historical marker contest. And last year, Virginia students and teachers helped us honor Black Virginians by suggesting new historical markers that we could install across the Commonwealth to tell a true or better and more inclusive Virginia story. And at the end of February 2020, over 280 students submitted entries from all over Virginia. Then we celebrated those students with a virtual ceremony after the governor selected 10 Black Virginians to honor with historical markers. We recognized that there was a lack of historical markers representing Black Virginians. We also know that disparity is marked with regard to women, and even worse regarding the indigenous community. So we did something about it. In 2020, we included Maggie Lena Walker, Katherine Johnson, Ona Judge, Barbara Johns, William Carney, Angela in Jamestown, Camilla Ella Williams in Danville, Wyatt T. Walker in Chester or Petersburg, and Gowan Pamphlet in Williamsburg, and last but not least, Evelyn Butts in Norfolk. Well, in honor of Black History, not month, in honor of Black history, the governor's office decided to conduct this contest again, and it is now being launched not only through the month of February, but into March, where we have created, again, a lesson plan developed by me and our Secretary of Education, designed to help teachers and administrators navigate conversations about, diverse contributions by Black Virginians. I'm going to go back to a question that I asked you. Who is Lewis Latimer? It's so important for us to understand that these contributions are not only overlooked, but they are intentionally buried. In the second grade curriculum in the Commonwealth of Virginia, all children learn from their teachers about Thomas Edison. Maybe you read that rings a bell. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. But actually, the truth is, Lewis Latimer invented the technology for the light bulb. Lewis Latimer, the son of a Virginia slave, was the apprentice to Thomas Edison, but at that time was not able to take credit for his invention, and therefore it is now credited across history to Thomas Edison. We have to commit ourselves to teaching a more expansive, comprehensive story, because there are some that will tell us that our contributions didn't exist, let alone didn't matter. But I suggest to you that our lives matter. Our contributions to American history over the last 401 years matter. And for that reason, we celebrate Black history as Virginia and American history. I want to turn very quickly to this idea of the Governor's Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, because my role in the Commonwealth, in this position in the Commonwealth, was brought about after a racial reckoning in 2019 that we all were a part of. we all were having conversations about race. And let me just remind you, in 2019, we also collectively commemorated the 400-year anniversary of those first 20 and odd slaves setting foot on what's now Hampton, Virginia, at Fort Monroe. And so as we think about what that means, what we think about the Commonwealth of Virginia as being the birthplace for American slavery that would tear and rip our nation apart and make it necessary for us to have something like a Black History Month, we must also interrogate the inequity that was built into the systems of our great state and nation. The first and second governor created much of that and intentionally used scientific racism to also justify not only the enslavement of Africans, but also to dismiss their humanity. But it's not lost on me that as I walk on the steps of the Capitol in Richmond, the steps that were planned by Thomas Jefferson, that were built with the enslaved labor of those living during that time, that the 73rd governor also appointed me to help dismantle those systems of inequity. And this position that I'm in has been codified in the 2020 General Assembly session. It now lives on for every future governor to appoint a chief diversity officer. And that deserves a round of applause and shouting and absolute celebration, because what we know for sure is that inequity is not going to be solved in a short 2 years in the Northam administration. What it is going to take, all of us, all of you sitting there together, all of you together in the virtual world who are watching, to link elbows, to link your great minds together and really begin to institutionalize equity into our system so that we can get closer to the original constitutional promise of equality for all, equal protections under the law, and that we are all created equal. It was a disingenuous claim when the framers put it in our Constitution, because it didn't include people like you and me, but today it does. And so that's why you see people in the streets calling for racial justice. Well, in the Commonwealth of Virginia, we're doing that. We're not only providing incredible equity legislation across all of our secretariats. And wow, do I get the opportunity to sit in the Capitol when I see the ERA pass, when I see Juneteenth being made a paid state holiday, or even better yet, the removal of Lee Jackson Day in favor of increased voting access and making Election Day a paid state holiday, but also giving local control to our governments to reckon with our Confederate monuments, and things like codifying a chief diversity officer as a permanent part of every future governor's cabinet. But we also had incredible wins this session, such as requiring all state agencies have a diversity, equity, and inclusion plan. House Bill 1993 is a huge win that actually doesn't get a lot of attention because the work to dismantle inequity isn't sexy, it isn't sensationalized. But I am here to share with you that my office is really thinking about how do we institutionalize equity, diversity, and inclusive excellence. Well, I submit to you, it's the One Virginia Plan. And please do take a look at our website. If you have the opportunity to stop by the One Virginia website, Google it if you have a moment. We launched it last Friday. And even before our launch, so many organizations have signed on that aren't state agencies in the public and private sector, local governments, nonprofits, for-profit corporations, and big and small, and even K-12 school systems. But everyone understands that we're in a new day, and together we're going to see, and only together we're going to see the movement towards a more inclusive Virginia. Our goal is to make Virginia an inclusive state where everyone can live, learn, play, work, and thrive. Having the One Virginia plan gives us the business edge to do the work, to become the best state in the nation, to, as I mentioned, live, learn, work, play, and thrive. And so what we are hearing from businesses is that they want to come into our state understanding that we prioritize these principles. This helps our organizations match those racial equity statements that they made after the murder of George Floyd before all of our eyes. So it's not just about making hollow diversity statements or racial equity statements. In the Commonwealth of Virginia, we're doing something about it. So I'm so pleased to share with you that my office has also been equipped with all the resources that it needs, and we're continuing to grow. It's not me by myself, but I'm joined by my Chief Deputy Diversity Officers, Alacia Hackett, Mona Siddiqui, and a special advisor. Her name is Kimberly Kane, and Michaela Swan, who's on with us today as the Executive Administrator to the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. We are so excited to have an amazing team that is coming together and building resiliency and literally institutionalizing principles of equity together with all of you. So thank you so much for allowing me to share a few words about the work we're doing, about the transformative change that we're leading. And please know it's hard work. So we need all of you to join in this effort, because it's only going to be when we all recognize that this is all of our work, not just the work of one person. So thank you so much. I'll turn it back over to you.
Excellent, excellent. I think many people agree that there is much work to be done. So this morning, Dr. Underwood, we thank you and we appreciate your time today. We appreciate the work that you do here in the Commonwealth and the commitment that you've made to helping us tell the world about the good that Virginia is doing and how we are leading the way and how everyone is pulling together to move forward, as you said, in a more inclusive and equitable way. So we thank you and honor you this morning for being here as well. At this time, I'd like to introduce Brent Archer. He's the president and COO of Columbia Gas, a longtime sponsor, and we're happy about that, of the county's Black History Month celebration and supporter of our scholarship program.
Good morning. On behalf of the employees of Columbia Gas of Virginia, we are proud to be longtime sponsors of Chesterfield County's Black History Month celebration and the important recognition it provides. We're also proud to support the scholarship program for Chesterfield County seniors who elect to attend a Virginia school or college. With Columbia's long history of reliable service to communities in Chesterfield, it's important for us to stay connected as we support those scholars who are staking out a path to be our next generation of leaders. So let me say congratulations to the recipients of the 2021 Leadership of the 21st Century Scholarship. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you so much. We do want to thank Mr. Archer and feel like we should mention that this scholarship recognition continues to be a signature program of the Black History Month celebration because of sponsors like Columbia Gas being committed to not only our community but to our students as well. So we want to thank Mr. Archer and Mr. Carl Brack. Let's give them a round of applause if we would. We are excited that we have 6 scholarship winners today, and we want to thank them for all of their hard work that they put in, and just recognize that even now during the pandemic, these students are rising to the occasion in the classroom, in their communities, their leaders, at such a difficult time. So it's such an honor just to be here to honor them and thank them for the hard work that they've done. And of course, behind the scenes, we have moms and dads that are pushing them as well. So we thank them and honor them today, and all of our administrators in our schools as well for the hard work and the leadership that we've seen. And so the students recognized today will receive a $2,500 scholarship to assist them as they pursue their post-high school education endeavors at a Virginia college or university. And as part of the application process, we wanted you to know that each scholarship candidate had to write a reflective essay reflective of the 2021 Black History Month theme, the Black family, representation, identity, and diversity. And of course, the Black family has been a topic of study in many disciplines across history, literature, sociology, anthropology, and social policy. So these students had a tall task before them, but of course, they did rise to the occasion. Their essays focused on identifying a Black individual in their lives that was a leader or is a leader and has positively impacted their development as a student, leader, person, and advocate. And so we asked them to describe how this person or how his or her family experience contributed toward their development and subsequent impact in their community, state, nation, and world. So these students put their hearts into their essays. We're excited to now introduce you to them as well. So these are the 2021 Chesterfield County Leadership for the 21st Century Scholarship winners. Help me in recognizing this year's recipients.
Welcome, distinguished guests, colleagues, scholarship recipients, family members, and invited guests. On behalf of Chesterfield County Public Schools, with the united partnership of Chesterfield County and Virginia State University, it is our honor to recognize the 6 2021 scholarship recipients for the leadership of the 21st century for their academic achievement, strong community service, and leadership accomplishments. Each student will receive a scholarship for $2,500 to assist them as they pursue their post-high school education endeavors at a Virginia college and/or university. Congratulations to the 2021 Leadership for the 21st Century Scholarship recipients. The Bermuda District Scholarship recipient is Jamar Johnson. Jamar attends Thomasdale High School, where he has achieved a GPA of 4.0. His plans are attending a Virginia college or university with the intent of majoring in mechanical engineering. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Out of adversity comes opportunity." This is a quote that is appropriate to describe who Jamar wrote about in his essay for Black History Month, Phyllis Wheatley, who, in my opinion, as he says, resembles this year's Black History theme, the Black family. Growing up, Phyllis Wheatley definitely had a tough life. Being a person of color and a female, she was at a disadvantage. Her family's values and strength of perseverance paved the way for Phyllis. As a young girl, she was kidnapped and sold as a slave to John Wheatley in Boston. The experiences she felt never kept her silent because she, out of it, grew deep in her voice with the need to be heard. At the age of 13, she began writing poems of expression. Miss Wheatley became the first U.S. African American to have a poem published in 1770 and is the only third slave to publish a book of poems. The Clover Hill District Scholarship recipient is Mary Hall. Mary attends Monacan High School with a current GPA of 4.7. Mary's post-high school plans are also to attend a Virginia college and/or university with the intent of majoring in political science. The definition of family can be described in various ways, such as defined by Webster, a group of people united by certain convictions or a common affiliation of fellowship. Robert Godfrey Hall was born in 1945 to tobacco farmers in Pleasant Garden, North Carolina, and was the seventh of 8 children to Rachel and Preston Hall. He exemplified family values as a man of the deep appreciation for being connected to his family and holding on to family traditions, passing down family recipes, and developing close ties. After graduating high school, he had the opportunity to attend Columbia University in New York, but preferred to remain closer to home, where he attended North Carolina's A&T. He grew up and worked in an era where Jim Crow laws and civil rights were a tipping point in American history. Through it all, he fought valiantly and worked diligently to see that his children and grandchildren could have a better life. Robert has and is an inspiration for Mary, and she is honored to call him her grandfather. The Dale District Scholarship recipient is Lateka Johnson. Lateka attends Elsie Bird High School with a GPA of 3.8. Lateka's post-high school plans are attending a Virginia college and/or university with the intent of majoring in psychology. Lateka's essay is about her mom, a nurturing, strong, and resilient woman who, as Lateka describes, is a person who impacted her life and development to become a better person. Her mom inspires her to become a strong, resilient individual and always provides her with words of encouragement and shows her the importance of being a giver. Her words of encouragement have helped Lateka to set goals. One of Lateka's goals was to get a job, which she now has, and has learned the importance of financial saving. Lateka's mom has been an influencer, a motivator, and a blessing to her, and has taught her beautiful lessons that she will carry throughout her journey in life. The Matoaca District Scholarship recipient is Terry Lee Johnson, Jr. Terry attends Matoaca High School with a current GPA of 4.8. Terry's post-high school plans are to attend a Virginia college or university with the intent of majoring in computer science. They say it takes a village is so true. A village consists of many partners, family, community, and the church. Within the Black culture, individuals in the church can have a huge impact on individuals, family, and community where it serves. For him, Reverend Brian Walker, his youth pastor at Second Baptist Church, has inspired and taught Terry valuable lessons about being a steward, for taking a stand and believing in doing what's right rather than being a bystander. Reverend Walker's tenacity inspires Terry in many ways by showing him that if you want change in life, you're going to have to do something about it. He showed Terry that instead of sitting around and letting matters take a turn for the worse, he needed to take the lead. Whenever Terry is going through trials and tribulations, he refers back to his notes that he took from Reverend Walker, and he puts them to use by sharing throughout his life to inspire and encourage others. The Midlothian District Scholarship recipient is Amenah Holt. Amenah attends Midlothian High School and has a current GPA of 4.4. Amenah's post-high school plans are to attend a Virginia college and/or university with the intent on majoring in neuroscience. Steve Maraboli has a wonderful quote, "You are my angel. You remind me of the goodness in the world and inspire me to be the greatest version of myself." This quote describes Amenah's mother, who is the person she identifies as showing her what it means to hold true to the fundamental meaning of family. As a child raised by middle-class parents, Amenah's mother would say to her that she did not have the same opportunities that others had that she was surrounded by. However, Amenah's mom sought to take advantage of what little opportunities did come her way. She attended college and graduated with an MBA. Education is one of Amenah's mom's primary focuses for her. She believes that having a good education and work ethic can create success, traits that Amenah's mom definitely have passed on to her. Her guidance and encouragement have helped Amenah to step out and give back to others as a mentor and a tutor. Her mom has shown her that no matter what obstacles are thrown your way, there is always an opportunity to learn and grow. The scholarship recipient at large goes to the Maggie Walker L. Governor School student, Gabriella Amenah Watson. Gabriella attends Maggie Walker Governor School and currently holds a GPA of 4.5. Gabriella's post-high school plans are attending a Virginia college and/or university with the intent of majoring in chemistry to become a pharmacologist. The fundamental person of every family is the matriarch. She often binds the family together. For Gabriella, it is her great-grandmother, Granny May. When she thinks about Granny May, she holds true to all the values of there is strength in the earth. Granny May was born in 1926 and was a living history book of the Great Depression, World War II, and the Jim Crow laws. With only an 8th grade education, nevertheless, Granny May taught herself how to cook, how to sew, and even played the piano by ear. One of her favorite things to create was a scrapbook, which holds memories that she has passed down to her family. Granny May has taught Gabriella so many lessons. One of the biggest lessons is to love herself, especially living in a society where often people are judged by their skin type or being from a multicultural family. Granny May's source of unconditional love never made Gabriella feel less black. She reminded her that she's not defined or limited by her race, but enhanced by her richness and beauty. At Gabriella's school, she leads a focus group tasked with surveying students to find ways to make the climate of the school more inclusive. Thanks to her Granny May's approach, she leads life with confidence, empathy, and acceptance. Congratulations to all the scholarship recipients and all the best to them in their future endeavors.
So very impressive. Thank you so much to the students for all of their hard work and the parents behind the scenes and teachers and administrators. So refreshing to see. These are our leaders. These are the people that are going to take us forward. We have a pharmacologist, a neurosurgeon, an IT expert. I think we're covered. I think we're in good hands with these students, so thank you so much. And we do want to thank the Scholarship Committee for all of their hard work. Lauren Wynn, Donna Koski, Mary Martin Selby, Anna Redding, Maya Johnson, Rodney Hall, and Michelle Wilder, thank you so much. And we do, again, as I think about them, just want to give another round of applause to all of those scholarship recipients. It has definitely been a joy to be with you this morning. I feel so inspired just looking at the students, at our keynote speaker, and everyone who has participated in the program today. I hope you online, I hope you have enjoyed it as well as our folks here in the audience this morning. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful program today. We do again want to commend and thank our sponsors who are so generous to us: Chesterfield County, Virginia, Virginia State University, Columbia Gas, Dominion Energy, Virginia Credit Union, Friends of Chesterfield County Public Library, the Honorable James and Judith Holland, and the Honorable Christopher Winslow. And today's viewing, of course, would not have been possible without the collaboration of county and school staff members. So thank you, thank you, thank you to the Chesterfield County Communications and Media and Information Systems Technology Departments, also the Chesterfield County Public Schools Communications and Community Engagement Office for their coordination. And lastly, we do want to give a very, very big shout out and thank you to the Black History Month Celebration Committee members who have worked tirelessly. Yordanis James, thank you very much. Jesse Kelly, Jennifer Shepley, Regina Tyler, Lauren Wynn, Donna Koski, and Kimberly Conley, thank you very much. Very strong collaboration and planning for a month full of activities that so many people have enjoyed. I've heard people talking about it this morning as we all gathered. So thank you, and I'm sure you guys are already, the wheels are already turning for next year. I'm sure you're going to leave here and get back to your committee assignments and start working on next year's event. So thank you so much, and we do hope that everyone has enjoyed this program. Congratulations to you on a wonderful program, and again, much love and honor to the students who worked so hard. So thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you next year at this time. A very important celebration is on tap for next year. So thank you, and enjoy your day.